do. And I want to tell you so much. I love you.
We're definitely recording right now. So that's going to be our intro this week.
Okay.
What are we talking about?
How?
We do summertime catch up.
Summertime sadness.
Summertime sadness. Summertime.
You know that video of it's hot summer night, mid-July, and there's that chicken just wearing a red dress in the
Yes.
moonlight.
Okay. Hi, I'm Karis.
And I'm Caitlin.
Today we're talking about summertime.
And that's what happens when church hits the fan.
I know that you only know the words to that because of the chicken video.
I've never listened to that song
You know,
actually ever. I've just watched this video.
Oh, I've listened to it 100 times because it was so popular. But you were
Really?
like 11, so.
Nuh-uh.
Are you kidding? Were you ever a Lana girl?
Alana Del Rey?
Yeah.
No, I'm not into witches.
Well, we didn't know she was a witch at first. We were just vibing. Let's see. What besides Summertime Sadness, what does Lana have going for her?
Potions? A cauldron?
She's got hexes.
Hexes?
Will you still love me when
Okay.
I'm no longer
I've listened to that one.
young and beautiful? She has an album called Did You Know There's a Tunnel Under Ocean Boulevard? That's the name of the album. That's great. So anyway,
Illuminati.
that's how we're starting our episode. Lana Del Rey is a witch and in the Illuminati. No, but she is like a self-proclaimed witch. She really is.
She
like
practices Wicca.
That's a legit thing that she's about. But hey, what else you gonna do when you got that summertime sadness?
Pray
Pray
to the Lord,
to the Lord.
not to the evil spirits.
I mean, if you praying to one, you might as well like pray to the big one, you know? Why are you praying to demons when you could just pray to the Lord?
Yeah.
Why are you praying to saints when you could just pray to the Lord?
That's what I was confused about, like, praying to saints. No hate. I just get confused about it because I'm like, why would I pray to the saint when I could go to the big dog and he could just be like, hey, I'm the only one that can answer your prayers.
Right, yeah. That's like asking your sibling for permission to eat ice cream. It's like, dude, go ask mom.
Or is it just like, could you ask mother for me to have ice cream? Is that what it is?
It's like God might say yes if Peter asked instead of me.
Saint Peter, can I have ice cream? Can you ask him? Thank you.
I remember one time I thought I was slick. I was probably like 5 and I think you were like 3. And I just got new Barbie rollerblades and I wanted to ride them around in the kitchen, but I was nervous to ask mom and dad because I think they had already said no. So I was like, Caitlin, why don't you go ask mom and dad if I can ride my rollerblades in the kitchen? And they'll just think you're an adoring little sister who is a huge fan of everything that I do. And I remember like sitting watching you walk into the room and you did it full on. Can Karis ride her rollerblades in the little kitchen? And they were like, Karis, come here.
They didn't fall for it.
Dadgummit. I got in trouble.
How did they not? That was a foolproof plan.
Maybe if you weren't so mean and cynical towards me, the rouge might have worked.
I was probably asking and like shaking my head, like, hey, don't let her do it. Please don't.
I am so sick of those Barbie rollerblades. I already burned them in the backyard. Anyway, so the episode that we released last week with Shirley Purifoy, first of all, love her. Love you, Shirley. I hope you all love her just as much as we do now. We actually recorded that in May. And like I said in the last podcast, I was supposed to be moving to North Carolina, and then that didn't happen. And then Quince and I started in May, started the process of like buying a house, and we just bought the house like 2 weeks ago, and it's July. So thank you for the burp, by the way.
You're welcome.
I think that adds to it. So we just moved in like 2 weeks ago. So that's why we haven't recorded, because I've been freaking busy, losing my mind, stressed. And then I would also be stressed because I was like, I'd lie awake at night thinking about all the stuff I had to do for the house. And then I'd be like, the podcast. Like, because I love doing the podcast. And I told Caitlin, I feel wrong not doing it because I feel like there's still something here, you know? But yeah. So finally I got to a place where I was like, okay, I'm done with all the busy stuff. We can get back to it. And Caitlin was just chill through the whole thing. She was just like, whatever you want. She was like, I just imagine like Chong from Cheech and Chong. And you're like, whatever you want, man. Cool.
You are such a Cheech and I am such a Chong.
Don't ever call me a Cheech again.
That's what I gotta say.
So yeah.
What have I done since then? I mean, logistically, like we had before it was Shirley, it was in March.
Yeah. So we waited from March to May, and then from May to
July.
Yeah. But this is our second episode.
But a lot of stuff has happened like since March, because as soon as we got, like, our last recorded podcast was the live one that we did at the women's retreat.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as we got home from that, our grandma was in town from Alaska, and neither one of us really wanted to, because we had such a limited time with her, neither one of us really wanted to record so we could spend more time with Momo.
Yeah.
Shout out to Momo.
Do you think Momo listens?
I hope so.
What are we doing this for if Momo don't listen?
Text her right now. And if she says no, we quit. Stop
Do
recording.
you listen? Just no other contact.
She'll probably be like, yes, all the time.
I listen to the Lord, baby.
And that's all that matters. And then after that was finals for me after Momo left, which is a crazy time. And then my semester ended. And then Karis was like...
And my semester got started.
Yeah, Karis was like, we might be moving to North Carolina for the summer.
Which we didn't, thank God, actually.
Yeah, thank God. I'm trying to think what else happened. Oh, I quit drinking Sprites and sugary sodas.
Yeah, and what's that been like?
Good. I've been told my face looks smaller.
Yeah, okay. Like, look at me. No, I'm just kidding. Yes, it does. Nothing has happened in my life except for our house. My son turned 4. And yeah, that's it. He had a Bluey birthday party and it was so cute and I loved it. But when we came back, I felt like, so before I was very adamant. Caitlin again was not. She was like, cool, whatever you want to do, Karis. And I was like, I want to be
that since day one, though.
Yeah, that's true. She's like, show me where to sit and what to talk about and when to cackle.
I mean, beyond the podcast, I've been like that since day one.
Yeah, that's true, from birth. But I was like, we need to have a social media presence. We need to do weekly and stuff. But I think this time around, we just gonna chill. Because the whole reason I feel like I came back was because, like I said, I feel like we still got stuff to say. I feel like it's not done yet. And as goofy and as crazy as we are, I feel like God uses this podcast. God has used it for me, like, personally.
Mm-hmm.
And even if it's just for me and you, I feel like that's a reason to keep going. And I feel like if there was like nothing left there, I would have been fine with not coming back. But I was like, no, there's some more. What about you? Do you feel that way?
Yeah, I wanted to, but I wasn't gonna push you.
Yeah, I gotcha.
I was like, I was kind of ready last month, but then I was like, man, this is not a good time right now.
Oh man, I would have died last month.
Last month was crazy. So I was wanting to, but I didn't say anything because I wanted you to come around to it. And then you text me and you were like, I feel wrong not doing it. And all I said was, then let's do it. But I was like, all right, she's coming around.
Okay, cool.
She's ready. So I was like, on the inside, I was like, man, I really want to do the podcast again because I like it. And I think it feeds my ego in some ways. And I like that.
Yeah. Makes me feel special.
It makes me feel good about
Every time I
myself.
have a conversation, I'm like, they don't know I have a podcast.
Dude, one of the my coworker's husband, he's really cool. He was like, so you still doing your talkie thingy? And I was like, nah.
Every day, baby.
I mean, I talk a lot, but I'm just not recording it.
I told someone happy birthday and they were like, thank you. When are you doing your podcast again? I was like, oh, okay. All right, cool.
Yeah. I also felt bad because I'm Karis is closer with this couple than I am, and it was at Raya's birthday party, and I was standing next to him and I was like, I don't think we've actually met. He was like, we've met so many times. And I was like, I'm sorry, I don't remember a lot of things. And he was like, I feel like we talk a lot. And I was like, oh God. But then he was like, I listened to the podcast. And I was like, oh, okay. All right. I feel less bad about that.
I feel like you go into social settings and you just black out. And you're like, where am I? What happened?
Yeah, I get home and I'm like, what? I'm like sweating.
But yeah, this time around, I think we're going to be way more. Before, it was every Wednesday at 5 o'clock. I think it might not be every week. It might be twice a week. It probably not twice a week. It'll be just chill. I do want to make a goal of getting some bigger guests. Not that I don't love and appreciate the guests we've had, but like maybe people we don't know personally but are in the Christian community. I still have that goal, but
Like
I'm
Trump?
not gonna put. Get out of here, Caitlin.
He's really big in the
Like
Christian.
Trump?
He's really big in the Christian community.
Okay, all right.
The prophesying community.
Listen,
Everybody loves to prophesy about
the
him.
prophesying community is not my target audience. I think our target audience is people who have been like hurt by the prophesying community. Have you seen yet? You don't get on Facebook much. No, I feel like you do get on Facebook just to lurk.
I get on Facebook, and this is the bad part. If I see people posting too much about their lives, I get annoyed and pissed off because I'm like, this is so annoying.
And you unfollow them?
No, I just get off of it because I'm like, I can't just unfollow them because they're friends with me, you know? And they sent me a friend request because I have a rule about sending no friend requests unless it's a special person.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry to Facebook friends out there. Anyways, I just, I accepted their friend request, whatever. And then people start like, oh my gosh, here's a picture of myself, or here's some food that I like to eat, or I don't know. I just, if I see one person posting about their lives, I'm like, cool. And then I scroll, and the next person about their lives, I'm like, okay, this is a little bit much right now. And then third person posts about their lives, I'm like,
so
that's
what are
it.
you on Facebook to see?
Well, apparently I just get on there for 3 minutes, get pissed, and get off.
Okay.
So that's why I'm on TikTok a lot, because I have nobody on there. I'm like, this is great.
So, but on Facebook, have you seen any of the posts about Donald Trump's ear and God? It's like a prophecy.
Oh, the right ear is like symbolizes
the
stuff.
right ear covered in blood is a prophecy.
I haven't seen that on Facebook,
but you have seen it.
No, my lovely doctor that I work for has talked about it.
Like he honestly believes it? Or he's just like, look at this.
Well, the thing is like he talks and I barely listen, so I don't know if he truly believes it. He could believe it, or he could also be like, listen to this crap. So I don't know. He starts talking and I'm just like, well, I'm not going to listen to this.
Oh, okay. That's a nice attitude to have towards your boss.
Well, it's towards everybody. It's not just towards him.
Okay, gotcha.
I don't play favorites.
Definitely not your favorite. That's not the term I'd use for that. But yeah, so people think that, I mean, honestly, I'm so sick of the Trump prophets. Not because I don't believe God speaks, and not because I don't believe God could use Trump, but when everyone was like, he's gonna win the 2020 election, and then he did it, and I was like, okay, so y'all don't know what you're saying.
You want to be real for a minute?
Hmm.
I believe those second election prophecies, and then he didn't win. And I don't want to say I was hurt by it, but I was definitely disappointed and let down.
Yeah.
And because I'm like, I mean, not that I'm just like was rooting for Trump. I was just, okay, it's no secret. We see the stuff that Biden's doing. The economy is dookie, you know?
Uh-huh.
Crap's done hit the fan. And so now I'm just like, I really don't want to put hope in that, because I'm just like, who knows what's going to happen in November? Like, nobody that's running could win. They could be like, oh,
We
Arnold
have no
Schwarzenegger
president.
is our president now. He wasn't running, but your votes went toward him. Like, like crap can happen. So I'm just like, I'm tired of like Trump prophecies. I'm tired of his right ear has blood on it and now he's blessed and practically an angel.
I'm tired of the I'm talking about God's chosen one.
Which, by the way, sounds like I'm looking at the man in the mirror. Oh,
yeah.
Which I think would be a better song.
I think America just needs to be single for a little while.
Dude,
I think they need to take a break.
let's focus on ourselves, you know?
I think we need
Get off the
4
dating
years. Yeah, I think we need 4 years with no candidates, no president. I think we'd be
Dude,
fine. I think we'd
what if-
find ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
I think we'd look at our neighbor and have a new appreciation for them.
Yeah.
I think we would.
Yeah, what if we just like put a really big dome over America so that way like international affairs couldn't like really hinder us? Because I know that's how it works. And we just minded our own business a little bit, you know?
I think the rest of the world wouldn't mind that either. I think we're ready for a single season. I think 2024 should be America's hot girl summer.
Yeah. This is going to be the next 4 years or the hot girl years. You know what I'm saying? I'm focused on me. We're going to join a gym. We're going to drink a lot of... We're going to eat
do
healthy.
Pilates.
We're going to do Pilates.
We're gonna shop at Whole Foods.
Yeah, baby.
We're
Trader
gonna
Joe's.
we're gonna take ourselves on weekly dates, like
Yeah.
like single dates.
Yeah, we're going to take our vitamins.
Yeah.
Every day.
We're gonna get a Hydro Flask or a Stanley, and we're gonna keep that thing full all summer
No,
long.
no. Hot girls use Awalas.
No, that's real. That's real. I have my Awala right here.
I have my Awala in the dishwasher.
Yeah, I definitely think, I think we're going to go get facials
Mm.
and we're going to clear up our acne.
Mm.
We're going to get the water weight off.
Period.
And then maybe we can talk about finding the right man. But right now there are no options.
we're gonna tan.
Yeah. Yeah. We're going to wear the swimsuit that we're insecure about.
Yeah. We're gonna wear sunscreen.
SPF, America. I'm not going to say it again. SPF. I just said it again.
I'm not gonna say it again. SPF.
Speaking of summer, we wanted to talk a little bit about church kid summers and what those are like, and what goes on in a church kid's summer, because I feel like it's very, very different from a secular summer.
I feel like for church people, summer is like the busy time. You know what I'm saying?
There's so much going on. You got VBS.
Yeah.
You got
Kids camp.
You got youth camp. You got camp meeting. You got like street ministry stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You got like there's a lot going on. Usually there's like fundraisers going on, like car washes and lemonade stands.
Mm-hmm.
And then like of course you got like the youth pool parties and all that stuff.
And then to top it all off, you have the back to school bash.
Yeah, you got back to school events.
Yeah.
Dude, especially if you're a pastor's kid. Oh, man. I remember just like my friends would just talk about how relaxed they were all summer. And I was like, like surviving, you know, because I was just living off of like 3 hours of sleep every night and 4 Gatorades. That's it.
Dude, the best thing about summer, though, was all of our friends were at the church.
Yeah. Because, like, I don't know about you guys, but what we used to do when we were teenagers was just everyone would come hang out at the church during the day. Because, I mean, their parents were at work and, you know, there was no school going on. And our youth pastor was like, I don't have a real job, so just come hang out at the church, you know?
I mean, at one point it was called an internship and they made us do stuff. But then that youth pastor left. And then we were all just kind of used to showing up at the church after that. And we all just hung out. And they did make us do a little bit of work, you know.
Yeah.
But then we also got to play sardines.
Oh, sardines was the crap.
It was crap. Not
No.
the crap.
It was the crap.
No, it was crap.
No, it was so much fun.
I hated it. Because you always had to have the lights out. And I never knew what turd was hiding around the corner. Gonna scare me.
If you don't know what sardines is, it's so much fun in an empty church, because there's like the drama department, there's like the closets, the storage,
The demons.
You got to figure out where all those were. And we would, just do like your weekly check-in real quick and just be like, hey, Ron, how you doing? And he'd be like, oh, I'm here. I heard you scared Glenda on Wednesday night.
What are you talking about right now?
I'm talking about checking on in the demons.
Oh, his name is Leon, first of all.
Well, no, that's Leon, but there was also Ron. So
no, I'm being serious. We legitimately saw like this like spirit thing or whatever. I don't know what it was. We named it Leon. We saw it so often.
Yeah, I know, but no one ever talks about Ron.
You saw Ron.
Yeah.
Are you being serious?
No, of course I'm not. This isn't a serious conversation right now.
I'm being completely serious.
Yeah, I know you are. I know. I think we've actually talked about it when we talked about Church After Dark.
Oh, Leon. We never really wanted to see him, but we saw him.
But he just popped up.
He was there.
Bro, I remember... sorry, sardines is like hide and seek, except when you find the person, you hide with them until everyone is hiding in this one little spot and you're packed in like sardines. And
the last person to find them has to hide next.
Yeah. There's this one kid, he used to hide and we would just give up because we would never be able to find him. Like eventually we'd be eating pizza or something and we'd be like, hey, there you are. He'd be like, I've been hiding in the baptismal for 4 hours. And we're like, that's on you, bro, because we could not find you. But yeah, I remember like staying. We talked a little bit about this, but like during the summer, there was always at least 1 week where we would all spend the night at the church for like an event, like they like quote unquote local missions trips, or like youth conferences, except they were in your town,
dude. The most fun one, I'm not going to say funnest because that's not a word, but the most fun and like the best one was like there towards the end of Dad being there. Sorry, I'm burping. Was the one where the Glory Gang came.
Yeah.
And that was so much fun. I mean, there was barely any drama. Of course, there was drama because there was teenagers everywhere. But it was a kids' crusade, but all the youth stayed, like, for the week, stayed the night at the church. And we were all just, like,
so if you don't know...
having fun.
If you don't know what a kids' crusade is, it's like VBS at night. Instead of doing VBS in the middle of the day, there's a big kids' service each night at the church.
And guess what? We saw a demon then, too.
And
it was not Leon.
He brought his friend, freaking Leon.
Yeah, I think this dude was like on the hierarchy of demons, I think he was higher up than Leon. I think Leon was kind of like the rookie.
And what gave you that impression?
I don't know, the way he acted, He
just had a certain authority about him.
Yeah, and he just didn't invoke a lot of fear, but it was eerie, just like, ooh, what's that?
It's like, yeah, he knew he didn't have to do much, you know?
Yeah, and he would just put his face in the doorways and stuff like that. Creepy. But this one up here, it was at night, walking in the room where we slept. That thing was trying to prove something.
Yeah.
He had some authority, and let me tell you something. He kind of had it.
Yeah. I mean, like, when there's stuff going on in the church, he did have authority.
That's scary. But anyways, that was a cool week.
Yeah,
Besides the demon.
So, like... I think it's universal that like when your church has a VBS or a kids crusade, like the youth are the ones that are always volunteering and having to work for it. But this time they just let all the youth sleep at the church the whole week and live at the church together. And it was so much fun. And during the day we would get ready for the night service. We would practice skits. We would make props. We would do all that stuff. And then we would do the service. And then at night we would just party. Basically after the service, and in the most church kid way possible, of course. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. We did have a few weeks that were not fun with one particular person, and that is legitimate trauma, but we won't talk about that.
Nah.
But yeah, and then what else do church kids do? Like we would
saw a demon then too.
Dude, okay,
timestamp. Did we see a demon there? Yes or no? Let's just go through all the events. That's this podcast. Did we see a demon that time?
Okay, it's taking a turn, but I'm here for it. So Even like during the quote unquote internship, we saw them, right? Like when we would just spend the days at the church.
Dude, one time I was taking a nap in the church. We had spent the morning door knocking, and everybody was just dog tired.
Door knocking.
And so we went to the youth hall, and it was cold in the youth hall. And so we all just laid there on the floor. There was like 4 or 5 of us in there, and I was sleeping on my stomach, and it was like pitch black dark in the what's it called, the youth hall. And I was sleeping on my stomach with my head turned to the side, and I like woke up for a minute, sleep paralysis, demon staring right there, and I was like, right, I just went back to sleep. I didn't feel like doing anything about it.
Dude, that's intense.
I mean, I wasn't too worried about it.
What's you gonna do?
I'm sleeping.
Dude, that is some tiredness. I remember though,
Go
just
door
like,
knocking and demons won't bother you. All right.
when it's summertime and you're volunteering at the church, especially if you're a pastor's kid, because every single event you're volunteering for, you are so beyond tired. Like, you're just exhausted. And the door knocking thing, oh my gosh. It was during the summertime, we would take the church van, and we had a bus ministry where it would go into like, how do I put this? The lower income communities.
The housing authority?
No, it wasn't just the housing. The lower income neighborhoods of our city.
I mean, I won't say that.
No,
actually.
yeah, don't say that. And on Wednesday nights, the church bus would pick up kids, just like school, take them to church, feed them, bring them back home. And we had to do some advertising for that. You know, we were young, but they put us in ads.
You want to do something fun real quick?
What?
Why don't you give us this speech as if you were knocking on the door and somebody opened it? Okay, here's the layout. Sunday at night, Kids Crusade, giving away an electric scooter.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
There's going to be...
I'm going to knock, and then you be be nice, okay? You're definitely drunk, and you definitely don't know where your kids are at the moment, okay?
All right, cool.
Knock, knock, knock. She can't do it. Knock, knock. Knock, knock, knock.
Who's there?
Then you gotta yell it from the back of the apartment. Who's there? Hi, I'm from... I just wanted to give you this flyer.
Not interested.
Is that it? I don't get to give my spiel.
Sing that to me.
No, you gotta come to the door.
What do you want?
Hi, I'm from... And we're just having a kids crusade this week every night at 7 p.m. We're doing a kids service, and then we have pizza and hugs after the barrel drink hugs. And at the end of the week, we're giving away a free scooter to a kid that's there. And we're going to come by and pick up kids, and I just want to give you this flyer if you wanted to come out. And then they're usually like, and what church are y'all?
And what's your church again?
This church is oh no, I can't say that.
Yeah, you said it 3 times so far.
I'll have to edit that out. Okay. Yeah, I'm from First Scoop-a-Doop Boop in here in town.
That sounds like a dumb church.
We do the Halloween thing every year.
Oh, the one that looked like a warehouse?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so if you got any kiddos, like 5 to 12 years old?
I don't.
Oh, okay. Well, have a nice day.
You got any candy on you?
I thought they were supposed to give the candy to us. No, but it was actually such a sketchy thing that we did, and we did it like every weekend of our summers. But yeah, it was really cool that kids got to like come to church though when they normally wouldn't. And I always wondered what kind of parent would just let their kids get on a bus that supposedly was going to a church.
And now that you're a parent, you're like, I'm down for it.
No! Someone said that to me and be like, never come here again.
That's the thing though, is Dad had a reputation in town. Like,
I guess
he had been doing bus ministry for like 15 years.
After a certain amount of time, no kids go missing or are mangled or murdered, and they're like, okay, this is fine. They asked their neighbors, like, your kid got murdered? No, they got candy. All right, cool.
Your kid came home safely? Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Your kid's still, with you. And you're like, yeah, and they fed him dinner.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, came home with an electric scooter.
Dude, I was so jealous every time we gave away something big like that.
Dude, I know. And the best thing about giving away the electric scooter was we got to ride it the week leading up.
Oh, man, it had to be charged, like, every day.
I put so many skid marks on the carpet
With the electric scooter.
Because I was Tokyo drifting in the sanctuary. Black tire marks just on the carpet in there. I never owned up, and Pastor was always getting pissed. He was like, now I gotta get the carpet guy out here. Who's doing this? And I was like, man, that's crazy. I'm gonna go.
Karis was here earlier.
You know my sister, right? Seems like something she would do. Just saying.
She was telling me how much she loves scooters earlier.
She was telling me how much she likes Tokyo drifting in the sanctuary. And how much she likes tire marks.
Oh my God.
She likes skid marks so much she got them in her underwear.
That was such a bad joke.
Made me laugh.
Dude, block parties at the church. You remember? Like getting the inflatable water slides.
Dude, yeah.
And the snow cone machine came out, and there was jumping in the house of God, jumping in the
I hate that
house of
song.
God.
Dude, we had this thing. It was like the space ball, and you just sat in it, and it was like a ride, and they would turn the wheel, and it would spin you all sorts of directions. We would always pull that out.
Mm-hmm. That was so much fun.
Yeah.
I think it's like a gyroscope. Is that what it's called?
I have no idea.
It's like a gynecologist. That's what they call it.
She don't know what she's talking about, y'all.
But dude, it's just every event you just wear as little clothes as possible without getting yelled at, because it's 100 degrees outside in South Texas and with 100% humidity, but you can't wear shorts that are too short or tank tops.
But dude,
it's
literally
try to get away with it.
Literally wearing anything outside is miserable.
Yeah,
wearing nothing outside is miserable.
And dude, you remember going on youth trips to the water parks and stuff? You're girls gotta wear a t-shirt over their swimsuits. It's it is freaking hot outside, and I'm going to drown in a t-shirt.
You know what I hate the feeling of? A wet t-shirt sticking to your skin.
Oh, yes. Especially if it's a big t-shirt, and it weighs 10 pounds.
Yes.
When it gets wet. Okay. How much time we got? Let me look. Okay, we're at 33. So I'm gonna talk about something near and dear to my heart, but I need to preface it. I'm gonna talk about camp, but I need to preface it.
Oh,
we went
summer
to
camp.
Yeah,
Ooh.
we went to a camp. We went to the same camp every single year of our lives.
Loved it.
I ended up going to Bible school there and working there. It was freaking awesome when we were kids, but it is not awesome now. I think they've actually shut down because there's just a lot of crap went down. But I just want to preface it that I have amazing memories there, but it wasn't great.
In its peak, it was amazing, and I don't know how, but the stench of feet and sunscreen and Lysol,
And
makes
chlorine.
me. Oh my gosh, it makes me want to cry.
I know.
I loved it so much, and they had kind of a courtyard area with a bunch of sand, and they had volleyball courts, and they had 3 big water slides, and then a pool, and then they had a what's that thing called where you get the food?
A concession.
Yeah, concession stand. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, I loved it. And and that sand got so hot.
Dude, it was our second home, and it was the best, literally the highlight of our entire year. We used to count down starting from January about only 5 months and 2 weeks and 3 days till we go to camp.
Dude,
and then
it was so much fun.
Yeah.
And it was relatively cheap.
Yeah, it was. And I love that camp, and I had some of my best memories there. But when you're going to camp as a kid, and you're going with a group without your parents, I only did that 1 or 2 times.
Hey, guess what? I never saw a demon at camp.
I did,
but I didn't. And that's
a
win.
Saw a demon at camp. I love it here. You guys are not like my church.
I did throw up every morning when I went to camp, though.
What?
I don't know.
This is the first time I've ever heard this.
Really?
What? Why?
Dude, I would throw up anytime we went overnight trips with the youth. I'd throw up every morning.
You just got like too excited or what?
I don't know, dude.
Like
I
a
don't
puppy
know.
dog? Like you like, yes. Hold on.
I don't know, dude. I have no idea. But the great thing about it was that Mom usually went. And so at like 5 o'clock in the morning was like my prime time to be,
A puking.
a hurling.
It's prime time puking time.
That's what I'm saying, baby. And you know what? If I were to have seen a demon, I guarantee it was on my way to the toilet.
But you didn't care.
But I didn't care. Maybe I did see one and I'm like, I'm too busy.
I'm about to hurl.
I will throw up on you. And that's why they didn't show up, because they knew. Anyways, I would just go crawl in bed with my mom, that twin-sized little bunk
the
bed.
beds at camp. Oh my gosh, the worst possible.
And the OGs, the real ones, knew to bring an air mattress and put it on top of that nasty old mattress.
And then they told you to bring a sleeping bag, but no, you got to bring like a sheet, a pillow, a pillowcase, all that.
The routine we went through, though, because like you had to Lysol your bed before you put your sheets on. So everybody's just waiting for that can of Lysol to come around.
Because there was bed bugs everywhere.
Yeah, baby.
Oh my gosh, the bed bugs. We had one leader who went into camp, and when she came back, she had to burn her furniture because the bed bugs had just taken over her house.
Yeah, and whenever my dad called the camp, they said that the main pastor was so serious about it that he had a bed bug in a jar beside his bed, and he prayed about him.
Pisses me off.
Prayed over it every night before he went to sleep, and that's how they were dealing with it.
On the for real, I almost can guarantee you there's going to be like some HBO Max documentary about this place. But let me tell you something, it was fun as heck when we were little.
But that's the thing, it is like whenever we were young, that was its prime.
Yeah.
And dude, I would actually pay a lot of money. I would go into serious debt just to be able to relive like one more camp experience as a kid, like the prime. Go down the water slides, feel that hot burning sand, go into the cafeteria and smell the smell.
Oh, and they had Bluebell ice cream too.
Dude, and they had crazy colors Bluebell ice cream. Oh man. Like a grown man cry.
Idea. We open our own camp. No theology, none like that.
Right off the bat, my answer is no.
What? You just said you would go into debt to experience camp again. I'm giving you an opportunity to go into debt to do it.
Okay, finish your thought.
Okay, but you can be a child. It's your camp. You can wear arm floaties to the pool. You can ride the go-karts 12 times in a row.
I could do what I want.
Yeah, no church service either. No church service. None of that. We can have like some worship music. Oh, that was the thing. The other thing about this camp was they had music playing from about 6 a.m. to about 12 a.m. every single day. And it was waves of mercy, waves of grace. It was like, and it was kids choir singing it. And then like they had this one year, there was a song, His banner over me is love, His banner over me. And then recently at our church, someone was wanting to sing a song called His Banner. And automatically I thought it was that song. And I was like, no, I won't be there.
Yeah, Karis texted me about that. And I was like, if it is that song, I will resign from the worship team.
I'm out.
Sorry.
Right now. I'm out.
Love the worship team. I will resign. Thank you, Jesus was not that song.
No. But anyway. Okay, but like think about opening our own camp. Like we buy a bunch of land. They even had horses that you could ride. They got rid of the horses. Yeah, no, I never rode it because you had to pay, and I was like,
you had to pay?
Yeah, you had to buy tickets to ride the horse. And I was like, if I wanted to get dirty and poo poo and sweaty, I would have just stayed at home. Anyway, we buy a bunch of acreage.
What are you going to do at home just to get dirty and poo-poo? You going to poop in the yard and roll in it? What was your idea on that one?
I mean, I don't know. I would have thought of something. We had chickens, so. But we buy a bunch of land. We build, like the cabins. And then, we get a water slide, we build a pool, we open a cafeteria with the most subpar food you ever had. Everybody gets diarrhea every night. We truck in like 8 loads of sand, and then we just invite all of our favorite people and we all spend a week out there. Doesn't that sound like fun?
It does kind of sound like fun.
Yeah, exactly.
But it would be cool to do all that if it was like close friends and then we had like a worship night. That's what I would want to do, something like.
Why don't we have adult church camps?
Because we have jobs, Karis. Here's also the other thing.
What were the adults doing that were going with us?
I loved the church services.
I mean, I did too until I got older and realized some stuff.
Okay, take that out of your brain, okay? Take it out. Remember it as a kid. Like, you always like, I wonder what's got. We always like, there was this one like notorious night where like miracles happened and stuff like that. It was the cry night, and you like got healed by like some emotional something, or like people's like eyes were healed and they didn't have to wear glasses anymore. True stories, blah 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 blah. And it was like the pinnacle of the trip.
But I've learned that like every church camp had a cry night. That was the thing. Every church camp had a cry night. Now, here's the question. There were 2 types of, not just kids, of girls at church camp. There were the ones...
Karis and Caitlin.
Probably. There were the ones who went back to the dorm. They put the one dress on that they packed. They like brushed their hair. They like put on perfume.
This is Karis.
All this stuff. They grabbed their Bible and their notebook and their new pen that their mom just bought them. They put on like the only other pair of shoes besides their
sandals.
Wet flip flops.
Yeah.
Their wet Old Navy flip flops.
Mm-hmm.
And then they went to church service. And then there were the girls who literally just ran and put a t-shirt over their swimsuit. And that's about it.
And that was
Well,
Caitlin.
You needed your name tag too.
Yeah, pretty much. Didn't even fix my hair.
Yeah. No, you didn't brush your hair the whole time you were at camp. There's no reason.
Yeah, why would I?
I'm about to go get in the water again. Why would I brush my hair right now?
You know how tangle-free my hair was in the chlorine pools?
No, my hair was never dry.
Listen, the chains that were
week.
breaking off for me on that cry night was my hair. My hair was getting detangled.
Break every chain.
And that brought tears to my eyes.
And honestly, one of the cool things about the church services was how pumped like the worship was. I would love to experience that as an adult. Remember that? This is real love. This is real love. Oh, oh.
One of my favorite songs was the one that he's like the favorite guy at camp. He was like, higher, 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 higher. Lift Jesus higher, higher.
Lower, lower. I worked at that camp later, and the difference between the kids' camps and the youth camps were so insanely different. But I think next episode we're gonna have my husband Quince come in, because we actually met at this youth camp, and he went to the youth camp a lot. And
He pushed me down.
That was the first time Quince ever made contact with my family. Was he pushed Caitlin over in the altar?
Didn't even help me up. He just left.
Yeah. He's like, that sounds so much like him, though.
And also, I thought it was like, this 14-year-old punk.
And he was definitely 18.
He was 18.
And he's going to talk with us about his experiences of youth camp and all that. But man, summer was a magical and exhausting time as a church kid. There was so much going on, but I was there for every single moment of it, you know? Like, you are just living, like I said, you're living off of Little Caesars pizza, Walmart brand hot dogs, and the hug drinks, the little hug barrels.
I remember we used to go, there was a deep freeze in one of the old classrooms, and me and my friend, shout out to Nicholas, we would go digging through that, and we would find the Frostburn like pizza rolls. we would get like 30 of them and heat them up, and then just we had these like big things of ranch in the fridge. Man, we just go to town on those things, and we did pretty good. And then we scrounged, we like go into all the Sunday school classrooms where all the like the little kid teachers would like keep their snacks, and we'd eat their snacks.
Oh my gosh. Do you have any memories of VBS? Because we didn't do VBS at the church that we grew up in, but we did it at a couple other churches.
We did it one year. We did we had like a sports VBS one year.
Oh, that's right. And then we had like the water slide and stuff outside. But we also did it when we lived in New Orleans.
I don't remember.
We had a cowboy themed VBS.
I do
Is it all
remember
coming back
that.
to you?
Oh my gosh.
And we did that Stephen Curtis Chapman song where it's like, saddle up your horses, we've got a trail to blaze through the wild blue yonder of God's amazing grace.
Dude, I love that song.
Did you know that's a legit song? Like it's not for VBS. That's a legit song that wasn't made for that VBS. That was like people sang that in their adult worship services. If someone did that song, I'd be like, where's the cameras? Because this is not real. I am a grown adult.
I'm getting punked right now.
And someone just told me to saddle up my horses in the name of the Lord.
Dude, if I got the text one day that like, this is a song we're doing for worship, I would be so down. You would catch me smiling and bobbing my head up there on stage. I would love it. We're like, I'm about to go saddle up my horse.
What's the tagline on it? It's like, let's follow our leader into the yes and no. I can't remember it. Hold on, I gotta find it. I haven't
heard that song in a long time. But I do remember that VBS in New Orleans, they did that oobleck stuff.
The Great Adventure. This is a great adventure.
Anyways, and so it was...
Sorry.
It was the like the cornstarch and water, and it was like hard whenever you touched it. But yeah,
and man, that was ahead of its time.
And they did that for us to walk on water like Jesus. It was so cool, but I messed up and I got my foot stuck in it.
Caitlin, where's your faith?
And then I know, seriously, I was the Peter.
Man.
And then we got to make our own cowboy shirts.
I do remember that, yeah. Here we go. Dude, it's Stephen Curtis Chapman in a 90s blazer on a freaking horse.
What more could you ask for?
Stephen Curtis Chapman is the dad of Christian.
If our worship leaders at our current church were listening to this podcast, can we do that song?
No! Listen, if I have to sit there and be like full the Lord is moving and stuff, and I have to sing a song and go, saddle up your horses.
You're just not spiritual enough, dude.
And it's not a Toby Keith song. I'm out.
Carrie is like, if we're mentioning horses, it's gonna be beer for our horses. All right.
Listen, they got the same amount of spirit in them, all right?
Dude, you're just not spiritual enough.
I'm a hater on that song, okay? Because for years and years, I thought that was a song specifically written for our VBS. Turns out it's just a song that grown-ups were vibing to.
I don't see the problem.
But I did love it during that VBS. I was like, yeah, I'm a ride. Me and Caitlin also were a little bit of horse girls. Caitlin more than me.
That's okay. You were more boy crazy than me, so
I'll own it. I'll take that over horse girl any day. Anyway,
I successfully learned how to gallop.
I thought gallop was like a different term at first.
What did you think I was saying?
I thought you were talking about how you like caught up in the boy craziness. And you're like, I found my way to galloping eventually.
I galloped my way over to being boy crazy. It took me a few years.
Oh man, how many horse girls would you say we had at our church?
Just two.
No.
Me and my friend.
No, and the other friend.
They barely went to church. They don't count.
Anyway, how did we get here? Okay, backtrack. Summertime. Oh man. Dude, we used to have ice cream parties in the summer.
We did?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Not a ton, but we did a few times.
I do remember in the summertime, our youth pastor or our dad would help us like clean a certain part of the church, and they're like, "All right, Whataburger on us." And we're like,
"Heck yeah!" Dude, I'd kill for some Whataburger right now.
Dude, honestly,
Do you wanna
me
drive
too.
to Nashville after this and go get some Whataburger?
No.
I have plans, but we could skip.
Dude, that's what we should do tonight.
Oh, yeah. We're hanging out with people. We're trying to figure out what we're going to do tonight. And driving to Nashville and getting Whataburger sounds... Did you know we're getting a Raising Cane's 30 minutes away from us?
Where?
In Hickson. What? Yes. They're already hiring people right now. Like, it's going to be soon.
Does Post Malone know about this?
Does Post Malone? Please come. Adopt our Raising Cane's.
What if Post Malone is there the opening day?
I don't know why he would be, Caitlin.
He loves Raising Cane's.
Yeah, you think he goes to every opening?
I would.
Look, there was Theo Von.
That's his new tour.
Theo Von was at a Raising Cane's party and opening in Nashville a couple weeks ago. Bro.
I love both of those things.
Okay. Imagine you're eating Raising Cane's with Theo Von.
As a date?
Yes.
Dude, what if I got a little cane sauce on my face and he just wipes it off for me?
He's probably like, this is how I know she's the one. No, that's how I know he's the one.
Dude, what if he uses his chicken strip to wipe the sauce off my face?
That is utter romance.
Dude, I'd be like, just propose right now. Just go ahead.
I'm pregnant right now. You're the father, for sure.
For sure.
No other man has ever used my face as a dipping cup.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I was just talking about chicken fingers.
You took it there. I was going to say nobody else uses a chicken strip as a napkin on my face. But you went there, Cares.
What? You want there, Cares? God. You got more Raising Cane's by the word. By the way, it's definitely Raisin Cane's, right? Not Raising Cane's.
It's raisin.
Raising Cane's.
Because it's a Louisiana thing.
They should do like a side of raisins for every order.
Dude, he named it after his dog. Some Louisiana
the dog's
man.
name was Cane's? Todd
Yeah.
Graves. That's the guy. First of all, don't say some Louisiana man. His name was Todd Graves.
Okay, Todd Graves was a Louisiana man.
Yeah. He's
And
not
Kane
just
was his
some.
dog.
And he was raising Kane. But why is there an S?
His name might have been Kane's.
That's a dumb dog name. Like, I could see Kane. But also, isn't raising Kane like another term for like, we're getting crazy. We're raising Kane. That was us at church camp every year. Whoa.
That's me and Theo on our
I
date.
drank 3 things of fruit juice. Look out.
Dude, I just chugged 10 cans of Dr. Pepper.
All I've had today is curly fries and a scoop of, what is it called? Crazy colors.
I'm gonna be pissing kidney stones.
But not after 12 other people go before me.
Dude, that's it. That's the healing you asked for. Is like, Lord, heal my body. I done traded like not a temple.
The cry night was just so God could detox our body. We were just crying Mountain Dew for the first hour.
Dude, I was crying crazy colors. It was just rainbows.
You're like, it's a miracle. No, it's Bluebell. Oh man. And then like you would go outside and be soaking wet because it was hot, and then you would go inside and the air conditioner would be on like 54, some godforsaken number.
Dude, we told everybody, it's like, make sure you bring a jacket because that service, you will be freezing.
And then they were like, I'm not bringing a jacket to freaking church camp. We're like, trust me. And then they were like, I'm freezing right now. And they're like, yeah, you got to go buy a jacket from the merch stand.
Yeah,
and
you
you're down $40.
you also conveniently have hoodies for sale over there for a freaking $50.
Gosh. Anyway, yeah, dude. When I worked at that church camp, I don't think I pooped. I would just not poop for a week and then just poop straight for a week. You know, because the food was so
Thanks
terrible.
for letting us know.
And then, like, the only thing, because the actual food they give you from the cafeteria was, like, not good. And then you go to the concession stand to supplement your diet, and it was quesadillas and a fountain Coke, you know.
Okay, but legitimately, let's talk about this for a minute. They had the best Dr. Pepper in the world there.
It was like, I remember asking a staff member one time, I was like, y'all put cocaine in this or something? And they just looked at me like, oh, right, we can't say that.
Right.
We used to get in trouble for dabbing there because it was supposed to be a drug reference. Apparently you were snorting coke off your arm or something. I was like, yeah, because everybody does that. Everybody immediately thinks of that when they dab.
Dude, I remember one time I went to the concession stand by the pool, not the big one. And this girl, she was on staff, and she had like something going on with her eyes. I think maybe they were crooked or something. And
God didn't heal her?
And I was staring, and she was looking at me, and I was so caught off guard. I didn't know what to say. I was like, "You have such pretty eyes."
Just choked on my water.
I didn't know what to say.
What did she say?
She was like, "Oh, thank you." But I was just like,
who it was?
No, I think her name was like Amy or something. But I was just like, I didn't know what to say. It didn't cross my mind not to say anything. But I was like, I'm making such dead eye contact with this one eye. And I'm like, she notices it. And I was like, I can't just say nothing. So I was like, you have such pretty eyes.
Oh my
and so one of them was like looking behind me and the other one's like looking at me. You know? And I was just like, all right, thanks for the hot Cheetos. I'm gonna bounce.
Bro, you mean God didn't heal her eyes on cry night? What the heck?
Dude, one tear coming out this way, the other one coming out that way.
One tear's going down, the other one's going to the racetrack.
One tear's going down her face, the other one's going up her face.
Bro. Oh, man. Sorry to whoever that was.
Also sorry if you had crooked eyes.
What an unhinged thing to just throw up there.
Oh, shit. And then my best friend Hannah, she was like, why did you say that? And I was like, I don't know. And she was like, you could have said nothing. And I was like, it didn't cross my mind.
Bro, the most confusing thing about church camp was they had like a nurse's station. And I was like, why are we not just praying for people who get hurt? What's the point?
Dude,
How are you gonna tell me God heals me and then give me a Band-Aid?
I think that's more unrealistic. Somebody is like going into anaphylactic shock and everybody's just like, everybody pray for her.
No, honestly, no, you're right. I'm just saying, like, if we're going all out, you know, we're going all out.
I had to go there one time because I broke out in hives for some reason, and they had to like run like
no one there is actually like certified for anything.
Yeah, but they rubbed that Benadryl cream on me or whatever it was.
18-year-olds with a little special name tag. I had to go there once for a really embarrassing reason. Should I say it?
Was it the big old ant bites on your booty?
Yes. When I lived there, I sat down on the concrete one time, and it was right after church, so I was wearing a dress. Don't worry, no one could see anything. It was like appropriate, but I sat on an ant hole in the concrete, and the ants came up and bit my little booty.
And bit your ant hole.
And I've never... They didn't bite my hole. I had underwear on, all right? But I have never in my life had an allergic reaction to ant bites.
Dude, I remember you sent me a picture.
Dude, I've never had a big butt, but that was the only day of my life.
I remember I told you that. And I was like, man, you finally got a booty now.
Dude, and the worst part was it was a Sunday, so it hurt so bad. It hurt so bad. I was dying. And so I went down to the nurse's station thing, but it was a Sunday, so everyone was on call. And I had to get someone to call someone from their afternoon church nap to come look at my butt. And it was a dude. Not only was it a dude, it was a dude I knew. And I was like, you have no you and I have been here the same amount of time. You have no training. And man, it was embarrassing. All he did was I just told him, like, look, I have ant bites on my butt and they're swelling and hurting really, really bad. And all he did was give me like some calamine lotion and told me to go to the bathroom. He's like, I'm supposed to put this on you, but I'm not gonna do that because we're at church camp. Well, I'm excited to talk about youth camp because then I can talk about all the boys that I was in love with. And then I can talk about the one that actually was in love with me, too.
I don't think I ever had a crush on somebody at camp.
I'm going to have to bring up some pictures of us from youth camp. Just like, and I'll post them like on next week's episode so that people can have context for who was living these experiences. You know?
Can you hear that?
No.
Oh. I was hoping you could.
And then I'm going to get the one video of you. Do you guys want to go to the water slide?
That was funny.
And you guys are going to be like, oh. Because it was not adult Karis and Caitlin going through these experiences. It was itty bitty teenage Karis and Caitlin going through these experiences. And we did the best we could.
Yeah. I still held the same motto that I do now.
Which is?
I don't really care.
Cool.
That's cool.
All right. All right, well. Good to be back. Caitlin, you outro. You close it up. You wrap it.
Goodbye.
This is what happens.
Goodbye. When church hits the fan.